And back to the game. Mr. Sandman is attacking Batbot, who's anchored in this base with a photon cannon, a shield battery, and a pylon gateway stalker. Meanwhile, Get Good Kid is powering up, getting stim. Thank you for this brief sponsorship by the Mud Wizards Union. Ezekiel getting hella damage at Callion's base with the Oracle. And who's controlling mid? Next round is in 50 seconds. Does anyone have a point? No one has a point just yet. We didn't miss anything. "36 seconds. Mr. Sandman trying to set up a base here. German Police Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Ranger! And the Oracle DPSing these lings with the Adept. Mr. Sandman got it with the Zergling! Wow. That's impressive. Ezekiel had way more units here. But Mr. Sandman's one Zergling took prio over the Oracles because ground takes prio over air and Beast of the Hill. Amazing. Meanwhile, Ezekiel's Oracle is continuing to be a thorn in the side of Callion's mining operations. He absolutely needs missile turrets at his bases. Without question. It is the key unit to survive this situation. He's still got 30 SCVs. He's not dead. He's just hurt. And we've all been hurt at some point in our lives. Being a survivor means to fight through to the other side. So you can build missile turrets and have a safe base for your workers. Ezekiel. Gonna cannon rush mid. Next round is in 3 minutes. That's just 1 point for Mr. Sandman so far. Players are powering up in macro. Get Good Kid is trying to fight these Void Race, but it's so gosh dang many Void Race. Oh no. Get Good Kid has not rebuilt their base and is being revealed. However, he still has these. And he still has these. And that's the start of something great. Possibly. And UGC continues to attack Chimera, who won the last round. Pretty common tactic that you just go for the person who won the previous round. Chill, no, mo, no. Get Good Kid is going for the diplomacy route here. Ezekiel has a pretty strong static defense setup now. You only had 2 DTs, a probe, and a prism, and you won. The Lings are attacking Chimera's base, and Chimera has to up and leave, searching for a new home for their people. Is this going to be a planetary? Can this planetary shoot this hatchery and clear this area? Because that would be pretty funny. Void Rays. Taking out this stuff. Batbot needs to retreat with those missile turrets there. Callion's making some Thors. He's been attacked by air from 2 sides. Pretty rough stuff. Chimera's planetary is very strong. It has 11 kills, 14 kills, 15 kills. All the mules go down to repair it. And they're repairing it. All but the corrosive bile hits the planetary and the mule at the same time. And the planetary eventually falls. 50 seconds to go. Bunch of gateway units, some gateways, pylons, and a whole bunch of zealots. Ezekiel is controlling mid with Protoss ground. Sup, old friend? I'm not that old. I'm only 33. I'm very old. Dudes with light knives. Punch claws. Oh man, the doctor with the prismatic alignment of the void rays just boosting down this whole area, but no players were in the zone. Oh my god. Like the void rays just stepped to the right. As much as the air unit can step. Chimera is out. Callion is able to defend this, but this supply depot explodes. No longer exists. Alas. See this guy pointing at this dot? This is what you need to win. Or at least it's one of the ways you can win. Mr. Sandman going for a hive. Oracle is killed. The Doctor's Void Rays continuing to be an active threat on the map. Taking out spore after queen after spore. And then looking for even more. However, Callion is looking to go for an aggressive move here. With a nuke at Ezekiel's base. This natural expansion is going to be running into some problems in the near future. And it just did. Only 3 probes survived. Neuro, please don't look at me. The Void Rays. Boosting down these Corruptors and the buildings. These Void Rays have +2 air attack. Can't I get you an invite code for Stargate? No. Stargate. Protoss makes Stargates. Stormgate. That's not how it works. The beta isn't even... It's not even going. We don't even have anyone playing it with, like, codes. We don't have drops enabled. Starstorm. The alpha isn't even going. Pretty sure it's called Happy Star Time. Happy Storm Time. A planet of angry Egyptian gods. What about a planet with Egyptian gods that are just in a slightly sour mood, and your objective is to improve their mood to the extent that they welcome you as one of their own, and then you ascend to Egyptian godhood? That would be cool. Callion pushed in Ezekiel's base. 6 seconds to point, 5 seconds to point. We've got 3 seconds to point, 2 seconds to point, 1 point. No one got it. Not a soul was anywhere close to this point. You look around for miles and there isn't even a single unit of any player for any reason. Meanwhile, the Doctor is simply purging the map of anything that's not a Void Ray. Get Good Kid has been destroyed. MuGC has a bunch of queens, has some spores. What does winning a round do? If you win 3, you win the whole thing, it's over. Some people should focus on the objective. That's life. If you get 3 points, you win, correct. Given Stargate, that would be even more terrifying. Isn't that a TV show? Come on, man, it's Avi here. Did you get unbanned on Twitch? What? Stargate was originally a 1994 movie with Egyptian gods. Oh. I wonder if Trisha's seen that. Is that good? She likes aliens and Egyptian stuff, and that seems like both. But it's sci-fi. Or space opera or something. Callion has a very strong army. His supply isn't super high, but part of that is just because these bases have so little resource. The Egyptian gods are really just humans deputized by an evil alien to control the humans. Chat's saying, yeah, it's pretty good. Nice. I might look into that. Man, this is a nuke. Is this the ghost shooting it? Yeah. Just across the chasm nuke. Bam! I like how the battery recharges this. The Doctor's air army is looking pretty strong. You're gonna go to bed, thanks to all, especially Osiris. Have a good night, Yeet Gone, also known as Get Good Kid. You made good progress today. It's good seeing your Marines upgraded with Stim and Combat Shield. You make us proud. Carrier Void Ray. Zooming around. Oh, jeez. Oh, the ghost died. There is an observer in this army. Batbot has so many carriers. This is 15 carriers. Crazy. And another nuke going out. What map is this? I think it's called Abyss. It's Beast of the Hill. It's an arcade. Search Beast of the Hill in arcade and you can host games where people try to fight over this capture point. So it's like King of the Hill and Free For All. Pretending to be someone else? Do you think that's happened before? Batbot is doing fountain diving. Ooh, a Dota phrase. Let's go. Let's go. A bunch of Thors here. Meanwhile, MuGC hassling one of the Doctor's bases with the mass Muta. But these Void Rays do have the speed upgrade and they are zooming through the skies. The Doctor also has some carriers here. 194 supply to 191 supply from Batbot. Looking at the overall for active forces tab, the Doctor has more. Wow. Nice. And that's because he has 23 probes. It's almost all carriers. Crazy. Yeah, when you're at 200 supply and you have 23 probes, you have a lot of army. A lot. These are just normal zealots. You have to cross over that stuff. I appreciate that. It validates the Dota content. Oh, the parasitic bomb is on the voids. That's really good damage from the parasitic bomb. It doesn't kill the Void Rays, but it does hurt them a lot. And then more parasitic bomb. Mutas are trying to dive on one of these. But the interceptor count is just crazy strong. And these units have +2 attack. The Void Ray carrier may be able to push over this anchor point with all these spores. 3 seconds to round. Callion is the only one on the point. Absolutely gets it with 15 Thors. Excuse me, 18 Thors. Ah! Look at this Thor go. All right, so we got 2 Sky Toss players. We have a Thor Terran. And we have Mr. Sandman, who's kind of stuck on one base. Distance mining. But not eliminated yet. And neither is MuGC. MuGC is just behind. What army wins mass Thors versus mass carrier? Yeah, if they have maximum upgrades, I think the carrier wins. But Thor's would beat Tempest, I think. Weirdly enough, Mass Liberator is really good versus Mass Carrier, because you see how the Interceptors are all bunched up? The Liberators just AoE them down. So you can have comparatively less value of Liberator sometimes beat more value of Carrier for that reason. The Thor fire rate is too slow for them to be able to have the option of killing Interceptors. They pretty much have to focus the Carrier vessels themselves. Batbot mixing in some disruptors. Very efficient ground unit. 195 supply. MUGC taps out. Mr. Sandman is holding the point. Getting that bonus income. And you absolutely need that when you're stuck on one base. Callion has the mass Thor tank ghost here. Looking to move to mid. 1 minute to round. Checking the score here. Callion has 1 point. Mr. Sandman has 2. So Callion really wants to make sure he's got this one. Good tech for Mr. Sandman, but the income is just not there to be able to afford Hive Tech units. Really, you want to have like 70 to 80 drones of income to pay for Hive Tech. Maybe 90 or 100. But this map, it's a free-for-all map, and each player basically gets 2 bases. So the only other bases you get are if you clear another neighbor. So Callion cleared this base, so he was able to get this income here. But by the time you set it up, a lot of it's mined out. Like, this is pretty dry. But it's enough. Callion's got a maxed out army and a bank. He's sitting on the point. 5 seconds to go. No one is coming even close to it. There's a battle in the north. Batbot trying to find the ghost. You get it. All right. Callion has 2 points. Sandman has 2 points. Mr. Sandman scrumpily punishing this hatchery. And then just deciding to forgive the hatchery. I'm sorry, hatchery. Here's a heal. You didn't deserve that. Callion even has the SCVs here at the front. I like this just because there's so little resource to mine that if you have a decent worker count, they don't have much else to do. Might as well be ready to repair. All right. It's going to come down to Batbot and whether Batbot can punch down this army here. The disruptors are going to be good because they can hit the SCVs and they do quite a bit of damage to the Thors. I really don't know who would win that fight, though. Batbot is going to need to make it happen pretty soon here. For the Doctor and Batbot to be fighting each other is great for Callion. That's what he wants. Oh, he's going to mass missile turrets. This is exactly what he needs to do. Wow, super smart. Just mass turret. Does he have the upgrade for him? From the NG Bay? Where is his NG Bay? It's the natural. He does not have it. That would be really good. If he took building armor and high sec auto tracking, these would have more range and armor. Basically making them way more powerful. So, as a note for Terrans, if you don't know, there are 2 upgrades on the engineering bay that just make your missile turrets gods. A lot of people don't know that. We gotta send it mid. They're going. They're going at mid. Callion throws out a nuke. A double nuke on Batbot's army. The disruptors get the ghost with the Nova. The second nuke still may land. Carrie's attacking from the right from the Doctor. An attack from the bottom left from Batbot. 31 seconds to go. The Thors are trying their best here. Many of the units were cleared off the point. It's 25 seconds to go. The Thors are trying to focus these carriers. Carriers from both sides are attacking mid. 17 seconds. Callion still has ground units on mid. Oh, and it was just cleared off. The Doctor has DTs. But the detection here is going to allow them to kill it. And Mr. Sandman, what? No. Mr. Sandman took it with the Zergling under the carrier army. This player with a scuffed distance mining base just won the round. Incredible. Incredible timing. Jeez. What a swoop. Man, we were between three people of, is the Doctor gonna get it? Is Callion gonna get it? Or is Batbot gonna get it? And Mr. Sandman, with 2 Hydras, a Corruptor, and a Ling, just shoves it down mid. Landing at the perfect time.